Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Riesa Pascal. We've all heard flight attendants say, in case of emergency, put your oxygen mask on first before assisting those around you. Well, it turns out those are good words to live by for everyday life and in business as well. Our next guest, DEANNA HERRIN, wrote a book called Unbecoming, A Journey to Finding Her, which stresses you can't grow your business if you don't grow your self-awareness. Hi, DEANNA. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Riesa. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to share about the book and just my mission and passion today.
I love that. Well, then, in jumping right into it with this book, where did the inspiration come from for you to write this?
Really, the inspiration came from my mom passed away about 5 years ago, and shortly after her passing, I I went to just a retreat just to be still and think. And I had finished the book by John O'Leary called On Fire. And at the end of that book, he says, um, what is your story? He was so
Mm.
real and so vulnerable. And I remember hearing that voice inside that said, Deanna, you need to own your story. And I was thinking, what in the world is my story? I mean, I've shared my story so many times and, throughout my lifetime, et cetera. And my I grew up in a broken home. I grew up with a lot of instability, et cetera, but seemed to work through that and had a certain level of success in my life. But the book it was a journey of me unbecoming some of the lies that I had believed about myself. And it took us coming and moving to a small town. I'm a big city girl, but just being away from the distractions, everything started to just unfold on paper. And so the book has evolved over the last year and a half.
Wow, and obviously there is a lot to unpack within the booth for readers, but it is rooted in one simple truth. The search for true joy is not external. Can you explain what that means?
Honestly, it's from my story. It started to unfold that as I was writing my story, there was lots of things that I had to heal from and grow through, etc. But I started to see that there was a pattern of traps that I had been caught in many times in my life, and there are 12 traps that really hold us back and keep us from our greatest self. But more than anything, these traps will not only hold you back, but they will keep you from really seeing who you're created to be.
That,
And the traps that I really found myself in were the trap of achievement. I've had
mm,
this level of success, and it was I achieved to prove my worth.
wow.
And yeah,
Amazing. And that's a really good tease there because I'm thinking there's 12 of them. Achievement, that is powerful, but the others, we don't want to hear that. Don't tell us
yeah.
now because we want people to get the book. But I understand there's also a podcast. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I started a podcast before the book was even in the roots, and the podcast is called Limitless with DeAnna HERRIN. And the basis is my heart's mission is to help women as well as men really understand how they're operating in this world through a faulty belief system. And when you get rid of those limitations, you become limitless.
Excellent, limitless. DeAnna, where can we go for more information and also to get a copy of your book, learn more about those 12 steps?
So the book is on Amazon, so you can purchase the paperback or the digital copy. And then, of course, I'm on Instagram at Deanna Herrin, and my website as well, deannaherrin.net.
Excellent. DeAnna, thank you for joining us and for sharing with us today and all that you're doing to help others to overcome these challenges. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.